and we have so far one universe. All right, so hold on, Jabroni, real quick. Uh, Amedadel, can you give a little bit more empirical evidence on the Big Bang
Um, I
that
think that
supports the
I
creation of
think
the universe?
from what I understand about the Big Bang, honestly, it was a big bang of like cosmic energy, like you know what I'm saying, and that cosmic energy um was just like almost like loose particles, like you know what I mean. And that's why I say God came second because he needed the rocks and stuff to create, and he needed to be created. He was created in that bang. Just like our organisms on planet Earth. I know that's minuscule to say, oh, planet Earth organisms. Like, you know what I mean? But we can prove certain organisms that exist, you know what I'm saying, through the theory of the Big Bang. That's why it became a theory.
That's not possible. So first of all, if God needed material and time to create, then how could the Big Bang happen? What caused the Big Bang?
Well, for your first statement, it's clear that even if we're going with your philosophy, God honestly uses time because he says on the seventh day I rested. So clearly he is keeping some kind of time, even if it's not um, equivalent to our time. He is charting, you know, things in some type of way. We call it time. I don't know what God called it, but I'm just saying, in order for anything to exist, it was a cosmic boom of energy, and
So
it could have been for us for our atmosphere. And see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what created our outer atmosphere, but I could probably say for our atmosphere, there's factual proof that when they got to the bit after the Big Bang, there were other planets that were created like Tiamat, and then that blew up, and that's what created Earth. That's why we find artifacts that predate the existence of Earth, because they were actually from a discarded planet that actually broke off and became Earth, and
that's
the
our
moon that we
solar
have is
system.
not our moon.
So one, you're talking about a solar system that has zero to do with what we're talking about. A solar system is just
How
one
how how would
small.
the solar system?
Can I
Okay.
finish? The solar system is just one small mechanism within the galaxy and within the universe. So what you're talking about is very minute compared to what we're talking about. The Big Bang theory was the theory that all universes came out of nowhere and just out of inertia. So the thing about it is, I'll ask you a simple question: what caused the Big Bang in the first place?
That question is for her or that question for anybody?
Well, it's
Anybody
actually
who
that can
agrees with
be,
her
yeah.
that the Big Bang would have to come before God,
I'm a
because
him.
even though
I'm a
I don't
him.
believe in God, even I don't even though I don't believe in God, her theory that God would have to need material in order to create is debunked by the simple fact that you will also need material to create a bang. You need it to bang things together. You need something to two one thing over here and one thing over here, and bang. That's how a bang happens. Noise doesn't come from nowhere. It originates from somewhere. So where did the bang originate from? If God couldn't do it without no time, space, or nothing, how did the Big Bang do it without time or space, without
So
material?
so those that believe that God created the universe first, you can go ahead with your evidence that God did it. And you're welcome to bring in scripture.
No, I'm asking them what caused the bang. I just want to know what caused the bang. If there is no God there to start this thing, what caused the bang?
That's kind of what I said earlier. Something had to have sparked it. And if God is energy, like if I don't think anyone actually believes that this is a person. So if it's an energy, to me, it only makes sense that that energy was around to start all of this.
I
Yeah,
say it
that's the
happened at the
problem with the
same
Big
time.
Bang. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I think it let there be light and boom, a whole existence of light happened. All at the same time, simultaneously. Can't have one without the other.
Yeah,
So
so if
where did
there's
the
an
God
immortal
come
being,
from that you're
the immortal
talking about?
being can cause a Big Bang. But without the immortal being there, this energy, if there's no energy there to cause the Big Bang, then there is no Big Bang. Because the main thing you need is energy. You need some kind of frequency
Exactly.
in order to cause a bang. But you can't cause a bang without nothing. There's, and who is causing the bang? Bangs are caused. Something has to push it. What is forcing that momentum of this galaxy just exploding? Explosion comes from inertia, from things building up and then exploding. So there has to be something first before a Big Bang. And that's the problem with the Big Bang Theory. It actually proves God. The Big Bang, this is why a lot of people who fuck with science don't fuck with the Big Bang Theory, because the Big Bang Theory would suggest that there has to be a God. Because who caused the bang? And if you saying at the beginning of the Bible, this is where you messed up at. Before he started doing this day stuff, he said, "Let there be light." And that was a word. And if his voice is like thunder, according to Revelations, it said that his voice is thunder, and then his hair is wool, and all of this other stuff. If his voice is thunder and lightning causes a bang. So if he said light, and it's a bang, and all of this stuff comes out of the blue, that would that would signify the Big Bang Theory. So God is the Big Bang when he says, "Let there be light." So it has to be a God in order for it to be a Big Bang.
Therefore, they happen at the same time, simultaneous.
They
All
can't
right, let
happen
me
simultaneously. It's a
And
let me
cause
go
and
that's what I'm
ahead,
effect.
saying.
catch up the
Yes, it has to
panel.
be a thought first.
We just got Renegade, we just got King Shiva. So right now we are in the beginning stages of the fallacy debate. The question on the floor is, can the Big Bang Theory and the belief in God coexist? Is there a correlation between the two, or do you have a difference of opinion? And I think O has a question for us as well.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Hello, Mystic
Okay.
Moon.
Hey, what's up, Mystique? How you doing, love?
to
All
answer the
right.
question
I
directly,
did not
'cause
mean
I
to
don't
come
know
on
if I
here.
heard right the first time. What she said? Um, you said, can the belief in God and the belief in the Big Bang Theory coexist? That's the
Mm-hmm.
question, right, Renee?
Mm-hmm. That is what we're currently
Okay.
on.
Okay. So to answer that directly, because I'm ready to now, I would say that they can only exist simultaneously if the belief is that one caused the other. Because you're giving, with that acknowledgement, you're acknowledging that both happened, that God exists in whatever form, and that it is the cause of the Big Bang. So, but if you're, I think that that's the only way that they can coexist in belief.
That's what I
I
said.
can.
The Big Bang Theory never would have existed without a Judeo-Christian existence. So this
So
is
what
why
you're saying is,
God was created first. The Big Bang Theory was created as an antithesis to it. But the reason why they can't exist in the same space is because the people who are religious, they'll never accept anything from science anyway. So even though they're complementary, they really complement each other, because the Bible says in the beginning, God was the Word and the Word was God, and then He said, "Let there be light." That could be a bang in itself. All this shit just came from one word. That could be a bang. But instead of the Christians accepting that, they hate science so much that they can't coexist with science, and they'll never accept that Big Bang theory ever.
Yeah, it has to be all or nothing.
There's a few scientists around that. I mean, a few Christian apologists that do accept it to a lightweight percentages, but as a dogma, Christianity will never accept the Big Bang theory as a scientific theory or anything else. Both of them are false to me, but you still have to have God before the Big Bang.
Have anybody hung around any people that build aircrafts? The,
Yeah.
the the people that build
Yeah.
aircrafts knows God, because you got to know God to build aircraft. Period. And the Big Bang theory, I believe, is real. It's true. They didn't finish the story out.
So as far as building the aircraft, can you
Wait,
elaborate
what?
a little bit more? Hold on, Troller. No,
Um,
we just let him expound. Can you give a little bit more detail on what you mean with the correlation of building aircraft and knowing God? Can you explain that further?
Yeah, the scientist has to know aerodynamics to build aircraft. So they have to know God to build an aircraft, period. Aerodynamics is God, period.
yeah, you can take a point away from him, Renee, and you can continue.
Hey, go and take that point
Okay.
away, please. Like, and
Okay.
I have a Neil deGrasse Tyson special, right? So he talked about what percentage of actual scientists, accredited scientists, believe in God. He said it was somewhere near 3 to 4%. I forget the exact percentage, right? But it's a low percent. And he said, the question is not how many scientists believe in God. The question is, why is there scientists that believe in God? I used to work for a company called Weber's Metal. I want people to fact check this. There's a company called Weber's Metal. What we did was make airplanes. Damn, that's crazy. I was actually doing this. All you care about is dimensions. That's it. Dimensions are the main thing when it comes to making airplanes. You have to have the dimensions exactly right in aerodynamics, which is all science and math. And science is literally almost the enemy of the religion of church. So nobody is in there praying to God when they're making airplane pieces. That's ridiculous.
They changed the word God. It used to be the two subjective beings. The two subjective beings gives them the understanding how to build an aircraft, a boat, whatever. The science is already vaguely there for us to understand and put it together. I'm a science myself. Thank you.
My God, today.
So are you
So we're
saying,
gonna.
Box Nine, that
Just does some more
you're not?
points.
So I have a question. So Box Seven, are you, when you're saying he, are you just making like the energy like just raw energy masculine, or are you saying he, like he said, like the energy's talking, like being almost human like what is your definition when you say he?
He don't even know he said he.
No, I'm
I'm
saying
number
you said you no
I'm
you
number
said
9.
he said let there be light. He said, so I'm saying, are you referring to the energy just in a masculine form? Or are you like, what is he to you? Break he down to me. Like, what are you saying he is? Is it a being? Is it something you can, or is it just energy, raw energy?
That's the
Talking
magic
to
of the English language.
you
He
talking
can
to
be all
me?
of that.
He
But if it's
is everything. He is everything you're looking at, everything you see in the sky, everything you see is he. He holds everything. Feel me? Took Saturn. He, supreme being, has a bone. It's called Saturn. See, he made bone out of the Saturn. Saturn makes bones constantly here on Earth.
Yeah, you can take a point away from box three too for going off topic, and another point from box nine for whatever it is he's talking about. Matter of fact,
I
just
was
don't
just
give Box
I,
none
I
up.
was just trying to clarify where he was because if he was energy and it was in a masculine form, then I would agree because it could be energy, space, and matter that made the spark. So that's why I was trying to say if we're saying he and we're using it as a masculine way to describe energy traveling or moving, then I would agree because that would create a Big Bang theory regardless
So
if it's
Yeah,
you
you got
space,
using a
time
you got to
genderized
matter,
take
or
another
term
space
point.
energy and matter.
like,
Take another point from
wouldn't
boss
that
three
have to?
because boss three originally said it had to be time and matter, and I said energy, and she was debating that. Now she's saying energy and matter,
No,
which
I
is
said,
matter is
but
a
time
form
out,
of
time
energy,
out. I'm
man.
actually like, all right, I'm actually just listening and actually like, that is a possibility because if it's not time, then it would have to be something and it could be energy. And I didn't get that from you. I actually got it from box six because she was like, it could come simultaneously and that actually would make sense.
She didn't say that. That was somebody else said
I
simultaneous.
said the
But
I know
beliefs
that
energy,
she
can
time,
said
happen
that, but
energy.
when she said it,
simultaneously.
it
Not
made
anything.
sense.
Yo, they're gonna
But
go
but
back
the
and see
way
that
I
me and
said
you
it
was
is not
going back
even
and
what you're
forth,
saying.
and I told you there's no such thing as time, and that it only needs energy, and matter is energy. So every time you say
But
energy
time
and matter,
does, but you
you're
have to
saying the same
realize
thing.
time. Oh my gosh, time does play a role in it though. At a certain point, time does play a role in it. It does,
No,
regardless if you want to
no, it
But
admit it or
what
doesn't.
does
not.
that have to
Time does
do
play a
with
role in it.
It
you wanting to
does.
All
know
right.
how he was using a gendered term? I'm not seeing the correlation between
No,
that or
I
how
was
that
asking
made
him
any
because
of
you
this
know
make
how
sense
I'm
to you.
asking because you know how sometimes people say he as in God with brass feet and woolly hair. That's what I was trying to decipher. Are you just using he as a masculine term to describe all things like energy and this, that? Are you saying brass feet and woolly hair, he, like an
Let me.
entity? Like, that's what
Boss
I was
three. You know
asking.
what
I'm sorry
E
if that
equals
wasn't
MC
clear.
squared? You know what E equals MC squared means? You know what that means?
Oh, I used to.
Energy is equal to
Jesus, I'm
mass
42 now.
times acceleration
So you got to brush
Energy,
up on
mass,
that. You
and
or
Yeah.
equals
So
light
you
squared.
energy, mass is energy. You keep saying energy and mass, and like when you first said this, right? I told you it's just energy. Energy would have to create something. That you need energy. You need to exert energy. You need to do all that to create. You don't need time. You don't need matter. None of that shit. Energy creates matter. If you have energy, you can create matter. You can slow energy down. You can slow atoms down, and it creates a solid. So matter
So
derives from energy. Without
It
so
that,
then
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 I
it
don't know
has to
what the
be
takes
hell.
space,
time
time,
to
and
do
matter
that
then.
though.
So no, it has to be space, time, and matter then, because then I stand on that because it really had you have to create. You have to create
Yo,
the
this shit
environment for
crazy,
it to
man.
happen. Even if we're
There has
not
to be an
calling, even if it
energy to
wasn't called
even
time.
monitor time. Look,
so
time is not
while
real.
we're
It's
on
relative to humans. But even if it was an energy that was thinking, sentient energy, it would have to be an energy there to monitor the time. What is being timed if there's nothing? So this is the problem. You talking about Big Bang Theory
Right.
and God created, and this means there's nothing there before that. God created
No,
something
you
out of
gotta.
nothing. And then the Big Bang
so
Theory
Time
came
is
from
okay, all right, you
nothing.
guys. So
You
this
guys
is what we're
have,
gonna do.
brother.
So
hold on, you have no proof of
Brother.
nothing.
hold on,
And
Shiva,
that's the
real
Time
problem.
quick.
is the
Hold on,
time
Shiva,
is
real
the
quick.
whole
Hold on
creation
real quick,
story, brother.
Sheba.
When the
One
creation
Hold
second,
on,
story
Sheba.
Shiva.
stops, that's
Hold on,
time.
Sheba.
So
Go
while
ahead.
we're
Go
on the
ahead, Vinny.
topic of evolution and the creation of the universe,
Right.
let's bring it on down to us on a planet. How does the genetic haplogroups contribute to our understanding of human history and migration? We don't even have to get on single cell organisms. Let's get straight to the body.
Right.
And the
I don't
body
get the
runs
question.
off of time. Don't you feel it going through you?
This
It
man
runs through
here.
your blood. Feel me?
Okay, so this is what Einstein said. He said Einstein's general theory of relativity can be summed up in just 12 words. Space-time tells matter how to move. Matter
Is that
tells
from the last question?
space-time how to curve.
Yeah,
It's not
So
we're
from
gonna
the
move on
current
to the
one.
Aminda, or
so
what's your name?
Amenadiel.
I'm in there.
Yeah, we're gonna move to the next question, which is more
Oh,
about genetics and haplogroups. So I think they offer that now. Let's move
Yeah,
to the
can you
haplogroup
repeat the
question.
questions?
Yeah, you lost a point
Yes.
for that too, though,
So
because you was way off anyway.
how am I going to lose a
so
point? And that's what Einstein said.
So don't we
Okay,
don't have
so
to
Because
worry
they
about
just asked
who's
new
gonna lose the
questions to
points.
move it
We
forward, and
are
you went
What's
back,
up,
so you're
young
off
lady?
we
topic.
are we're tracking points on the back end, you guys. So we don't trust me. We don't need help with the point system. We got that part under control. How does genetic haplogroups contribute to our understanding of
Deduct a point
human
for Renee,
history
please.
and migrations?
Roland, shut up.
What did he say?
That was a discipline
What,
for Renee, please.
not discipline for Renee. I'm crying. So we're on the genetic haplogroups and their contribution to understanding of human history and migration. So if that is
History.
a loaded question, we can go a little bit more simplistic. Are white people and black people the same?
are there
Yes,
genetic
they are.
differences between Africans and white people? What do y'all think?
Be mindful for your answer.
Oh no, they
We have similarities, but we are not the same.